particular reason, and the floor is really undulating, and we've got to be really careful because if you can see, it's all risen up. So just go really, really steady. How is everybody feeling? Here's our audience member, and it's Katie. Hello, Katie. How are you feeling?
Fine. It's really dark and quite eerie, but generally I'm all right.
You're all right,
yeah.
Okay. And you're with Kath, so if you hear or feel anything, just let us know. So, sure. Kath, how are you feeling so far?
Well, it was really dark. We stood here with no lights on, and it was really, really eerie. Really scary.
Karl, how are you feeling?
I've got to say, being in here with all the building like it is, it looks very old. It's like a Baleshi architecture. It's sort of all old and in, and it's just scary. It feels like it's encompassing you. You don't want to get out. It's horrible, absolutely horrible.
Okay, who's over there? Can I say, Stuart? I've just blinded myself again. Stuart, how do you feel, Sweetie?
I'm okay at this moment in time, but like Kath said, it's so dark in here. If you wanted to scratch your arse, you couldn't find it. But apart from that, it's okay, it is what it is. I just want to get down and sit down at the table and get some action going.
As usual, Stuart, you have a wonderful way with words. Matt, how do you feel?
The floor's not helping.
No.
But apart from that, okay.
Okay, and Chris on camera, how are you feeling?
It's just really crunchy, paint peeling off everywhere, and just feels strange and could do with a bit of decorating.
Okay, Mike, how are you feeling?
I think it's just because there's no windows. It's a bit darker and a bit not so nice down here.
Yeah. Okay. Is Robin over there? That's you, Robin.
Yes, it's not too nice in here, is it?
No, it's got a funny feel to it, hasn't it?
It's got very encompassing.
Simon, how are you feeling?
But it's so dark in here. In the hangar, I felt quite at ease, but coming down here, it's just the atmosphere's just totally changed. It's quite dark and oppressive.
Kieran.
I, of course, absolutely feel fine, but from a practical point of view, this is going to be easier to work out where sounds are coming from. We don't have that acoustic nightmare in the hangar that we had, so looking forward to this.
Yeah, totally different feeling from the hangar. The same spirit we had across there as came with us across here, and as soon as we walked in here, he was telling me this was the last place he actually came.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is this Potter or Porter, or is this something completely different?
I'm pretty sure it's Potter.
Potter.
And this was the last place he ever came. He was telling us before he left in his flight.
Okay.
This was his last place.
What I want us to do is, I want us to sit down at the table. So, Karl, Stuart, Kath, Chris. I keep blinding myself with my own torch, for God's sake. Okay, and is there a glass in the centre? Where's Kath? Kath?
I'm trying to find it.
Here, look. Okay.
It's like musical chairs.
It is a bit. I'm out. Okay, there are some cards around the table. There are everybody that you've just seen on camera now. There are faces. They've each got a card, and we're going to ask the glass to move. We'll sort of get a little bit of a connection going. Ask the glass to move and pick a person. That person has to go back. They'll have their own camera. You'll be able to see them. We'll be able to see them because we've got a monitor here, haven't we, Karl, that we can actually watch on the webcam. So let's put our fingers on the glass, and that person who's chosen has to go completely on their own and investigate the hangar that we've just come from. Okay, so if there's a spirit person here with us now, any spirit person with us now, if you are here, please, can I just make a suggestion?
Yeah.
If we get movement from the glass, can I ask them first of all to pick out certain people and see if it gets it right? Just it might not work, but it might work.
We'd have to know who we are, though, wouldn't it?
Well, should we introduce ourselves? Go on, round the table.
Hello, I'm Karl, for any spirits that are here.
I'm Chris.
I'm Yvette.
And I'm Kath.
I'm Stuart.
Okay.
Chris on camera.
Everybody say you are.
I'm Chris.
Everybody.
Matt. I'm Simon.
I'm Kieran.
Guy, film manager.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, if there are any spirits here, please, could you take the glass to my picture? Can you take the glass to my... Stop there. Is it? Yeah? Shall we see if it's mine? Okay, now Kieran, you're the only person that's had these cards, yes?
If that's your picture, I will eat this table.
It's cats. Okay, so it's wrong. Try one last time.
Okay.
We went to a female.
Well, it is.
It's a good
And it's dark, you can't see.
Can you go to my picture, please? Why is it going to cat?
Right, I'm not having this because I'm not going, so yeah, I want them shuffling again before we do it
Okay,
again.
all right, let's do that. Okay, so that's not worked. So let's just, Kieran, do you want to shuffle the...
Okay.
You shuffle. I tell you why, because something that we did on the last show, it wasn't the last show, was it? Was it the one before? And you had some playing cards.
No,
and
it was the last.
Was it?
Yeah.
And I think it was caught on the webcam, but you kept asking to find a certain card, and it kept finding it, So I just wondered if it would work this time, but obviously not. Okay, you ready? Okay. So we're asking... Yeah? Okay. Everybody finger on? Okay.
Can't pick out cat.
No.
If it did pick out
Yeah,
cat.
it keeps doing it. Good point, Carl.
Oh, no. No, no way.
Posh woman.
This person must go on their own. Okay, turn it over.
Do it.
No!
Yes,
No, it's
yes,
not.
it is. It is.
I'm not having. I'm going to do what Kath did. I'm not having that.
No, you are.
Karen, shuffling.
No. So you're going to take a camera now, Stewie. You're going to go back to the hangar on your own.
Right. Okay.
Yeah? Okay, and we can watch you. We've got a monitor system here, and we're gonna split up here as well in the armoury. Yes, Carl.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be our eyes and ears in the hangar, Stu.
But is Stu, what's Stu going to be on the other camera?
He's going to be on the remote camera, yeah.
Okay.
The wireless one. Okay. Good luck, Stu. Off you go. And while he's doing that, can I also make a suggestion? I think that you make your way off there, Stewie. Good luck. All right, love. What about we split up into two groups here, and the first group sit in front of the monitors. Sorry? The first group sit in front of the monitors, and the other group investigate the whole of the building.
Okay.
Yeah? So what groups?
Let's do it first.
I don't mind, I don't care.
I don't mind.
I'll go first. Carl, why don't you...
Why don't you and I do it?
Let's me and you do it, yeah? Okay.
Do that.
So where's the monitor room then?
Upstairs.
Upstairs.
Oh, God. Monitor room, let's go. Up which way? How do you get upstairs?
Basically where you were.
And then go the opposite direction.
Come on then, everybody. Kath?
So Stuart is returning on his own to Hangar 3. The team is separating in the new location, the Armoury, and our audience member, Katie, is with them. What are you seeing and sensing at home? Let's find out right now from Julian Clegg and his interactive team. Julian.
Thanks, Paul, and lots of great messages about this location. I think, as I said earlier, that one of the best shows we've ever done where people have worked here, lived here, have been in touch, which we love, so keep those coming. Dave from Stoke says you're going to meet someone called Taff. In fact, a lot of people have been in touch to say the name Taff will come up in this series of lies. Dave says we've all met him during our service there, so obviously Dave worked here. If you go to Block 104, you'll find a spirit by the name of Pete. Well, we're keeping an eye on that as the week goes on. Gary and Karen from Wimbledon. I mentioned this a bit last night, but the whole story is actually intriguing. They said that my father used to be stationed at RAF Rainham during the 60s. He remembers his friends seeing a figure of an airman that roamed the base at night in full combat uniform. Now, people used to speak to him as he looked at them, because he seemed so real, but as they spoke to him, no response, and then he just faded away. Great story. Keep those kind of stories coming. Jenny, who was in the audience last night, says, whilst I was there last night witnessing the séance in the audience, I sensed we were all being watched by a young RAF man, maybe 17 or 18 years old. He was casually dressed with his sleeves rolled up and very intrigued as to what was taking place. In fact, he seemed rather amused by it. The name Patterson or Peterson kept coming to me. Jenny, thank you for that message. And Ruth from Durham says, I used to visit the base in the late 1980s to see friends. You have to look at the squash courts during the live week, because I'm sure you'll find a lot of activity there as well. We'll have to wait and find out what happens, won't we, later in the week for that one. Now, if you want to get in touch, this is how you can do it. Text your message, text the word screen and a space, then your message to 80889. Text costs 50p plus one standard rate. message. Don't forget to tell us your name and where you're from, very important, especially if we get stories about Rainham, we don't know who you are. That's such a shame. You must be over 18 to get in touch, and of course you can get in touch via our website, mosthauntedlive.net. More from Interactive to come a little bit later on. Paul, back to you.
Thank you, Julian. Well, the second night of our week-long investigation from right here, RAF West Rainham, continues after this break. Back soon. Hello and welcome back to Most Haunted Live, the silent town. The town in question being the former RAF base of West Rainham in Norfolk, and a very chilly night indeed.